Greetings, world and family. I am Richard,
And I am Gary.
and together we are rocking
Pandoras.
Box.
Bah!
Woo! We got it right. We
We
got
got it
it
right
right,
again.
brother.
Well, after 25 weeks, I think it's
Yes.
about time we did get it right once or twice.
Yes, but I wouldn't get too comfortable with it because I know we're going to screw up again one day.
Guaranteed.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Welcome, family, because this is like, as I was talking to our brother Gargar just before, this is an important episode, number 25. That's like a quarter of a century if you look at it in years. It marks like a beautiful level.
It does.
Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you very much. And congratulations to you, my brother. Now,
Yay!
before we go any further, how's your mum?
Oh, thank you for asking. Well, Femi, as you know, last week we started the recording later and we cut it short because mom wasn't feeling too good. There was a change of medication and dehydration. And so the last week's show did not go where we originally planned it to go. Now, okay, so it's been a week. So the very next day, mom started feeling better, and the day after, much better. I cut all the medication. I went to speak at the pharmacist. I got everything under control. And what is beautiful is that all of you are famille, our sisterhood, because you're mostly sisters. There are beautiful brothers here. Thank you as well. But in general, you're a sisterhood. And this is what has happened is that you all came in with asking your higher self to reach her higher self, whether you sent dragons, fairies, your elementals, your angels, your warm wishes and thought, it worked. So during that night, after last week's episode of Pandora's Box, it's like a silent exorcism had happened in the astral, and she came back in her body. So mom is much better, and now she's cleaning the house. She spent the whole day cleaning outside, cleaning inside, because in not even a week, we got our sister Honey Bunny that's going to arrive for a weekend as a visit. So mom's all like
Superb.
cleaning, and she's got the energy, and yeah. So
Brilliant.
thank you for asking. We missed the bullet by this much.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened.
But it was
While we were
divine.
recording, yeah.
But it was divine timing because the fact that your mum was that way when we came on to start the show, my partner Mel's very switched on when it comes to medical things and bits and pieces. She's always reading bits and pieces, and so it was quite nice to be able to just give Richard a few pointers to help him along his way
Yeah.
initially, and then oh my God, the comments. The comments were full of amazing, helpful tips, and so again on my channel and on Richard's. Thank you very much, Femi. That was amazing, beautiful. It was.
We love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now your mum's okay. That's brilliant.
Yes.
So what else
Yes.
have you been up to this week then, Richard?
Well, this week, well, I was recovering from worrying, and during that time, yes, I worked a lot and kept my mind straight. I did a lot of meditation, and since last week, what I we Gargar and I wanted to originally do the show on, I had an extra week in my meditations to surf, and Gary, brother, Femi. I've had a lock in on Yellowstone for, I don't know, how long has it been? Well over a month.
Yeah.
I feel something very different, but I've never had the opportunity to either do a solo video, but I didn't really want to do a solo video. I wanted to keep it on Pandora's Box because I see more that Yellowstone reigniting a volcano. There is so much more.
Yeah,
So
there
I
is.
surfed a lot this week and I got new information, which in the end, last week's cancellation, I feel is very worthy because I got new information.
Yeah, we're going to be able to go a lot deeper. So
Yes.
not only are we going to look at Yellowstone, the number 13 comes up quite a bit.
Yes.
And before we go, or Richard starts going on Yellowstone, I can remember a while ago that there was an albino, I think it was bison
Yes.
or buffalo, bison.
Yes,
There's
a
an
bison, a buffalo,
Yeah,
like I
yeah, yeah,
put them in the same
yeah, yeah,
category.
yeah, yeah. But there's an albino one born about a year ago, and the the sort of Hopi type Indian prophecy
Hmm.
was that when that buffalo, a white buffalo, was born, it was the beginning of a new age,
Yes.
and we're seeing it now. So
Yes.
that's really quite interesting. That I got bit of
The
flesh of the
flesh
goose
of
on
the
that one.
goose.
Yeah, flesh of the goose. So
Yes.
that's a really interesting one. That what we're seeing shouldn't really be a surprise because in hindsight, we have had one or two little hints and tips and soft disclosures from Mother Gaia and nature showing us the things that are going to be coming. So yeah. So Richard, Yellowstone. Now I have
Yes.
seen, and I'm sure the
Hmm.
beautiful Femi have also seen pictures of animals leaving the area,
Yes.
but not in panic, very
Hmm.
controlled, very chilled out, just mooching along as if nothing is happening, which
Right.
for me says there's a divine energy, some kind of divine guidance into this. It's not a panic, they're not running
Mhm.
for the hills, it's just a nice, chilled out walk. I also saw a video the other day, and this guy had this bottle of water and he was putting it on the ground, and the bottle was vibrating and shaking, and they
Oh,
were
I
like,
didn't
"Oh,
see that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah." But it was like, "Whoa," and it was really quite interesting. And I thought, there's something in that as well. It's all connected. So, Richard, there has been a little bit of fear mongering as, "Oh my God, it's going to blow up and
There's
everyone's going to
always a
die."
lot too much fear mongering.
But I don't
Yeah.
feel that. I don't feel that, and I feel quite chilled about it. So, Richard and I have obviously spoken about this because we were going to do the show, and I have a kind of an idea what's coming. But
Mhm.
Richard, darling, would you
Yes,
like to
baby.
tell the Femi
Yes.
what you have seen with the Yellowstone, with the animals leaving, but not so much the
Mhm.
animals leaving, the reason why and what those vibrations are that I've been seeing, and perhaps some of the Femi members have been seeing on I think it was on Telegram. I'm only on Telegram, so it might have been a TikTok thing on Telegram. You know what I mean? So.
Yes. Yes, of course. I would love to share this to you, Gar Gar, because you know Gary's name is Gar Gar, right, sisters? He loves it. Do your you're stuck at home alone. Oh, come on, Gar Gar. He's so cute. Oh my God, I love that. Really, like you're the best face. I love seeing that
Oh
too.
yeah,
Like it works for you, right?
just a
Like in a
quick one.
cute comedic. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers to my channel. I've just gone over
Yes.
4,000, and that is obviously in a big part to the wonderful, amazing Richard,
Mwah.
but also
And yeah,
to the amazing Tarot by Isabella, because
yes.
as you know, Isabella has
Gypsy
been
Queen extraordinaire.
she's
Uh,
she's she's I mean, I didn't know Isabella at that time. I've never met her, no contact. And she was gracious enough to mention myself, Richard, and Mark Atwood, and another lady whose name I can't pronounce, and I do apologise, from
yeah.
Sweden, as channels that she likes and she follows and watches. And so that has brought a huge boost to the show. But I also want to thank everybody else, really, who I've done shows with, who's helped me along the way, and even those in the background. I mean, although I haven't done a show as such with um, Love by Jenny Tarot, she has been a friend of mine in the background, nudging me and poking me
Yeah.
at exactly the right times, bless her. So I want to thank
Yes.
her. Obviously Jenny May, because when we did our live, she was amazing, and I have
Yeah.
done a show with her, Crystal Wise. There's Sonia from the Tree of Knowledge, who you also do shows with now as well.
And
She's
I'm gonna do a
amazing.
show with her next week.
Superb,
Yeah.
superb. Um, we've also got, I do one with Gordon from the Peaceful Rebellion. He's a lovely fella. And of course, Meten from Plutonic Planes, who I did a show with yesterday. And if you want to see that show, guys, and lovely Femi, you're going to have to go to Plutonic Planes to see it because I'm not going to drop that
Oh.
until later on during the week. And that one's quite a special one because I know we're talking fundamentally about money. I get some knowings, get the pendulum out, and there's some potential dates that could have some really interesting ramifications for the future of what's coming. So so one of those dates is September the 22nd stroke 23rd. And I think it could be very key to us moving forward in the future, but also could be a period where we don't go very far for a little while, if you know what I mean. And I'm not saying it's going to be a lockdown for negative reasons, but it's going to be a good reason.
Well, we're going to need a form of whatever martial law lockdown has happened. Truth to be known is that, for me, we've been in a martial law lockdown ever since the mimicry came in and um copied or hijacked divine feminine. It's been like such a long time. We just thought we were free, but we were into some kind of martial law. So this one that could happen that our brother Gary Gargar is mentioning, look at this is a heartbeat. This is not Aurelien. Would be in order to reverse that
Yes.
black magic that has happened. I don't see any. Okay, look, I'm not saying that anywhere around the simulation is going to be flawless. I know I'm not going to see it because I don't live in a 3D template. So my energy is somewhere else. It's 5D. Again, 5D is not a location. It's not a pays, which is a country. It is like a state of mind. It's a frequency. So the more that your frequency is elevated, you'll see less distractions, less panic, less NPCs around you, and you won't see it at all.
Yeah. 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 So, but check that show out. It's quite a good one. So go to Platonic Planes.
Yeah, and we love
We do,
Meten.
Meten.
Isn't he
Yeah.
great?
He is
Yeah, we
awesome. He
love
is
him.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a very interesting show. And obviously the Femi know that the amazing Isabella is going to be coming on our show at some point in the future.
Yeah! Woo!
Now, now we're going to keep you in suspense or suspenders, as Richard would say. But we're
Yes, yes,
but
yes,
we're going
yes.
to keep you in suspense and not tell you until probably the day before or 2 days before or so when we're going to be doing the show. So we're going to keep you guys on tenterhooks because we are teasers.
We are teasers. I know I am, and obviously you are, since you said that you're a teaser as well. But yeah, we got a very special month.
We do.
We got Tarot by Isabella on Rocking Pandora's Box. And I don't know, should I keep it as a surprise, the other one? Because I've never made it public. Should I keep it? Yeah, let's keep it as a surprise for now.
We'll keep
Yeah,
it a
okay. We'll
surprise for
keep it as
now
a surprise. Okay.
because I
Yeah.
think that one
Yeah.
will be another good one to announce afterwards
Yes.
or at the end
Surprise.
of the of another show potentially, so but Femi, oh my God, have we got a lineup for you for the next few
We
weeks
do.
or the next month, I should say. Oh, we're not going to tell you exactly when these things are happening, but they're going to happen, and
They're happening.
they're happening.
And it's rock and roll. Woo!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, so thank you everybody for the 4,000, all the
Yes,
lovely,
thank you. Ba-bum,
gifts,
ba-bum,
comments,
ba-bum.
everything, amazing. And Richard, your channel's grown a little bit as well, hasn't it? You're still
Yes,
growing.
it has. Yes, it has. And it was really amazing because before Isabella's month of August prediction forecast, she had mentioned us in another video that she was going to take a holiday for 2 weeks. It's a very hot where she lives, and apparently they don't have air conditioning there. I don't know how that works, but apparently they I don't know.
Same as England,
So,
no air conditioning. When it's hot, It's muggy at the moment, so hot. I'm melting at the moment. Gaga is melting.
Oh, poor baby. Oh, look at him. Maybe someone's going to send you a little fan like I got from my beautiful Danielle. So anyway, so Isabella had mentioned, that during her holidays of 2 weeks, I recommend, Mark at work. Well, first it was like Gary alternative interaction. Uh, well, I don't know if
There's you
Mark was
next.
after me
Yeah, it was
or
you
I was.
next, and then it was Mark. Yeah.
Well, somehow there's three of Trinity. One, two, three. And this number is going to be very important, the threes in today's show. But she had mentioned, right? And then we had a little session, the three of us got super along. And that's how this show is coming. But the first time she said, I'm going on holidays and I recommend these three channels, I gained over 1,000 overnight while I was sleeping. Then after I had one of my great friends, George Mahalka, that came over for a visit with his wife, Susan Curran. George Mahalka is a friend that is like almost, when I keep talking to you, Femi, that you can manifest anything into your life, as in my Trans Am fire burned and everything. When I was a child, 11 years old, I saw the movie My Bloody Valentine as a little child, and it changed my world. This movie was not Friday the 13th. Yes, it was a horror movie, but it was romantically built and around adults working into a dying like society where the mining was dropping. So the adults and the lead, oh my God. Lori Hallier, her name in the movie was Sarah. As an 11-year-old, I watched this movie built around Valentine's Day, and I wanted to go into mines. I wanted to rescue her. I wanted to marry her. I was not even in full puberty, but I was so in love. And that's the beginning of when the VHS came out when I was 11. They just came out. They were a heavy, like weightlifting the machines. And at a video store, you had very seldom random video stores. But then you'd have a booklet. You can rent a movie, and it would come in the original box, not like a blockbuster plastic box. It was the original, like cardboard box, and you'd have it for 2 days. And if I got a good report card, I can choose the movie. And I was fixated on the art of that movie, My Bloody Valentine. Now, keep in mind, that was the rise of the slasher era. And to an 11-year-old child, although I'm a light warrior and I have a hard time watching similar movies like this today, this is nostalgia. To an 11-year-old, when the slasher craze came in, it was like full of hormones. It was like almost porn because it was like seen by Albert and Cisco, like evil for society. So me, like I was even more driven, was brand new. So I had such a fixation. And when we rented that movie for the weekend, because I got a good report card and I could choose, I was so sad on Sunday night that the VHS was going back to that stupid video store that I took a ghetto blaster, because that was the era, big boom box, and I put it in front of the TV with the VCR and play, record. And I listened to it I know the movie by heart. And I wanted to save Sarah. I wanted to come in, like, like I had no muscles then, but still, that was my fantasy. And I was so focused listening to it each night, the audio recording, that I became such good friends with the film director, George Mahalka. And I had Lori Hallier send me birthday wishes on my cell phone, as in Marilyn Monroe for the president. So I'm saying all this story because, at first, with the first, like intro of Isabella, I'm going for 2 weeks on holiday, Gargar, and I recommend the Trinity right now. So I had a boost of over 1,000, and then I posted my recording of George Mahalka. because he's in town for a film festival called Fantasia, where he gets a life-winning award for the work he's done. And I composed for him a beautiful poem dedicated to the inner child that was me, who like he inspired and him winning an award today in 2025. And then whatever I did gain, I probably lost like 50 or 100 because I know, like, Isabella recommend, and then, oh, he must be all light. And then, oh my God, he's talking about my bloody Valentine. And then, like, drop, 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 drop. But then on the second time that she mentioned us, then I went up like over 1,000 again.
Yeah.
So I'm just wrapping all this up because I wanted to take the advantage of speaking about my bloody
Of
Valentine.
course you did.
Yes, this is my childhood memory. This is nostalgia, as in Farrah Fawcett, Charlie's Angels, Trans Am Firebirds. This is what it is. It's not because I have a fascination with a cult classic horror film that I am into horror. As I grew up, I saw that many of these movies, such as Eli Roth's Hostel, while I liked it at the time, then I realized this is a documentary and I can't watch it. I hate torture porn. I know what's going on. But my past, Bloody Valentine, Friday the 13th Part 2, Cat People with David Bowie and Natasha Kinski. Very sexy movie, by the way. The Fog, John Carter. Like, I have my nostalgia. So I think that was just a perfect time to say, like, how does a light being love horror? It's nostalgia. The
Yeah.
end.
The end. And I'm a Star
Sure.
Wars kid. I'm Star Wars. I was Star
Oh,
Wars.
me too. I
No,
still have
yeah,
my
yeah,
dolls.
yeah. Everything, no,
I
everything was
still
Star
have them.
Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
have the dolls, but I played the video VHS till it didn't wouldn't work anymore, and then eventually got a DVD and played that till it wouldn't work anymore. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I still have like the box for the little figurines, like from Star Wars 1, and I got like Hammerhead. I got all of them, C3PO, Leia. I got,
Leia,
oh, I even have like a blowout cardboard poster for the third installation because it was called
Return of the
Return of
Jedi,
the Jedi, but mine says Revenge of
of
the
the
Jedi
Jedi.
coming soon.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Superb, superb.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, you
what's
had a
going on with
question for me,
Yellowstone?
and we strayed. We
We
strayed
did a
so
little bit,
far.
only a little bit.
Okay, so your
They won't
question
have
again
noticed.
is what did I get from Yellowstone, my brother?
Yes.
All right, so Yellowstone, the first time that I went, I think it was on Instagram. This is it 2 months ago, a month. I lose track in time. I don't live in a linear time anymore. But I did see like bears coming out. I saw deers coming out, different videos, but it was all of the same species, right? So I found that amazing, and although some people say a lot of it is CJI, it could be. I'm not saying I didn't watch all of it. All I saw was the attention around what I saw with the deers, with the bears. And so originally, before doing last week's Pandora's box, I went and surfed like within higher self, inner flame, and I wanted to know more. And what I did get is that Yellowstone is very important. Okay. And what I was shown about Yellowstone, it would be like a dragon mother. So what does that mean? So we can look at her, not lava, but magma would represent the lava. And as she awakens, what is happening? There is rumbling, there is heat coming up. And all these animals, whether it be CGI, but there are real ones that are leaving, and they're not leaving because of an end world apocalyptic Hollywood scenario, but because they're getting the call of Gaia herself. And what is that call? I saw them leaving. Yes, I saw footage of them in town, but I also saw a lot of them going towards tunnels, which felt in my meditation like inner earth. Now, I'm sure there are many portals to inner earth. I don't know how inner earth totally like works. Is it like just I didn't get it was one big tunnel that just went all the way to. There's several. Don't forget that Gaia has been like drilled into. She looks like Swiss cheese. And with that, there are the natural portals. So I saw whether it's the bears, whether the deers, whether the wolves, rabbits, anything, they were going back into the tunnels for a reason. It was going deep down and saying to the dragons, the mothers of all beginning, hey, it's time. I got your hand. I'm used to up there. Let me escort you out of it. So I'm seeing this and I'm like totally amazed by the visionary that I'm getting. And then I'm going, okay, so yes, indeed, like where we are centered around Yellowstone, this would be a mother dragon rebirthing. I got a big fat yes. The animals are actually like resonating to her vibrance coming back online. So they got the memo. Let's go back in and get what's supposed to be coming out. Almost like, hey, you've slept long enough, shaking you on the knee on the forehead or throwing a pitcher of water at your face. Wake up. Kind of that energy. It's time to come. It's safe now. Gaia's online. So I'm absolutely loving this. So that is what I'm seeing for that. And I did not see an end world scenario with that. It is things are moving, so we can have earthquakes, we can have tremblings, we can have energy or see even in the sky something like what do you see in Alaska? The Orabilis?
Of the Aurora Boreas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or we can see even water being almost magnified into a fluorescent black light coding. There is so much happening here. Did you want to ask me a question or do you want me to go on?
No, carry on. No, this is fascinating.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I kept asking because Richard is, I'm hungry for truth. So I'm not going to say, okay, I'm good with that. I got to dig deeper. So, okay, who is this dragon? I felt her very connected to the energy of Gaia and a rebirth, as in the rising phoenix. That's why I have a trans Zamfire bird. There's a phoenix on the hood. That is gold. I've always been connected to this. But what is going on with this? So then I got in my meditation a name that introduced herself to me, and she is called She. Wow, okay. Hi, She. Beautiful name. Are you gay? Yeah. No. I got a big no. I got that I formed Gaia into being by my dreaming. Well, that's very romantic. So let's go on a little bit more. She did give me a name that sounded a little bit like Amun Ra, which means amen in religion, but it's spelled differently. And Amun Ra is a demon from the patriarchal side that wanted to suppress the divine feminine, as in burn her to the stake. And I'm talking in light language put into English language, okay? So it was very close. That was another question I had. But I'm asking, like, what's going on, with you? And so she said that visualize this for me. Okay, so let's go all the way back to what we understand through science as the Big Bang. Because I'm asking questions. Are you like the Big Bang? I got a yes, but not through science. So are you like what people would call God if you're religious? Yes. Okay, good. So are you the spark, the sound that came before light? And I got yes. Okay, so you are creation, divine feminine, she. So I'm asking even more. So how do you connect to Gaia? And and it was beautiful, the journey. The imagery and the sensations I had is that she was almost the silken void that came into existence. And with that, in her dreaming, she formed Gaia. And Gaia would have become tangible within a hologram of assimilation. And at the same time came the number 13. So I'm asking, what's 13? I saw like 13 gate, portal gates. So I'm asking, what are these portal gates? Dragons. Ah, okay. So she, primordial divine feminine, before Gaia came online, came she, dragon energy. So I saw all 13 going on right here. And I saw she at the center and Gaia, almost like the dream awakened the dream into existence. Are you following me? I know I'm
Yeah,
psychedelic,
no,
but
no,
it
no,
was
no.
so
Yeah, yeah.
profound, the vision.
So what Richard's expressing here is that we have a level of consciousness called she,
Yes,
then creates another level of consciousness called Gaia.
yes.
And it's a duality of consciousnesses or dimensional energies that are both linked to each other but also separate, so that a new kind
They're
of
not the same,
realm
yes.
realm could be created, which are interlinked but also separate, if that makes sense.
One gave birth to the other. And with that, we had that 13 like womb portal, which is all feminine. And look at this, what happens. We got 12 months in a year. Most of us know that there's 13 months. But I think we could keep that for a little later in the
Yep,
show,
yeah, we
right?
can. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So, um,
So we're talking about 13. We're talking about 13 dragons,
yes.
13 kind of womb
And
gates
they,
or portals or whatever. So how does this link in together with Yellowstone and what's starting to happen now?
well, what I got is that it's the rebirth, right? Like I keep talking about like a golden age, a new era, a restored republic, Gaia back online. And what I got is that Yellowstone is the crowning dragon mother rebirthing.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I can't let go of Yellowstone. Like I'm obsessed. I've never been. I love the show because I love Beth and Rip. That's the most like rock and roll Bonnie and Clyde. You don't even know what I'm talking about because you
No,
never watched TV.
no.
But Beth and like, come on, Femi, come on, that relationship, Beth and Rip, so sexy.
Yeah.
But Yellowstone again, that's all I know about Yellowstone is that TV show. But I can't lose it. I'm obsessed with it. I wake up, Yellowstone. I go to sleep, Yellowstone. I cut people's hair, Yellowstone. It's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
always there. Yeah.
Because many years ago, this is just a memories come in now with you talking about the animals going into portals or into underground or whatever. Yeah.
Inner Earth, yeah.
Anyway, now I can't remember what it was called, and somebody in the audience, may be able to remember and they've seen this. It's something like the missing 144 or something like that. And this
That was a
guy,
show.
it's a show on YouTube and it's been going
Okay,
for
on
a
YouTube.
long time. And this guy looked into missing people, but specifically missing people who go hiking in places like Yellowstone.
Well, because it's full of portals, yeah.
And what they would find is somebody would go missing somewhere and they would search that area and nothing would be found. And sometimes 14 miles away, something of theirs would be found, which was impossible to be, you know.
Yeah.
And there was all sorts of very strange, quite weird occurrences going on where people would disappear and one or two of them, I think one or so escaped, but also in some of these wooded areas. And I'm not too au fait with Yellowstone, but I know it's a massive, huge national park, isn't it? And I think a lot of the
It's
American,
massive. Yeah. It's,
yeah,
apparently, it's like I can't even comprehend how big it is.
no,
Yeah.
no. Now, there was said that the reason why the American government made their national parks the national parks is because of the energies there and the fact that they couldn't have populations going into them because of some of the beings that live there. So I'm not only talking about Sasquatch or Bigfoot type
They're
creatures,
talking about reptilians underground. Yeah.
and I'm not, and I'm obviously not going to go any too deep on this because I haven't really looked into it deeply, but there is definitely something that's been going on, that's something that's ancient and old that has attached itself to this dragon frequency that has been, it's a bit like a spider waiting in a trap with a hole. And when something twings the old, spider's
Yeah.
web,
I love
the
that.
spider comes out, grabs it, and pulls it in. And
Yeah.
and some of the stories were quite. Now this wasn't Yellowstone, but the story that really sort of like struck me was this guy lived in the woods in a wooden shack, and somebody went, I think, and stayed with them, and he had loads of bolts on the door, and it's like, well, why would you need such fortification front doors, and in your to lock yourself in at night? And he basically said that at night time you didn't go out because of the creatures that are out there, and he said that he'd actually lost dogs and he'd had really scary, like when he'd been hunting, he'd suddenly realized that he was being hunted. When all the
Yeah.
hares I'm being watched, something a bit like Predator, the film Predator, that it was like there was something out there like that was hunting him. And he even had like scratch marks on the front door apparently. And he said, oh,
Yeah. That's more like the movie The Descent,
is it? I've never watched
part
that.
one and part two.
Yeah,
Those are the real underground dwellers that went blind, that were cannibalistic.
yeah,
And you'd have those around national parks, the
yeah,
descent.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Predator, maybe kind of, but no, it's like more the descent there. There's truth and disclosure
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But they're rid of, they've been
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
drowned.
yeah. But this is just an interesting sideline to the fact that when we're talking about and sorry, there's children playing outside, so if you can hear children, it's a hot,
I
nice,
don't
warm
hear
evening.
them,
You don't hear them? That's good. That's good. Um, so
but we like children
yeah, we
singing.
do.
That's
Well,
fun.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they're running up and children actually being children for once in this world. I mean,
Isn't that fun? Like
oh
when we were kids.
yeah, yeah, running up
Let
and
go of
down
your
the road.
iPads. Go. Ice cream. Run. Be stupid. Be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
Yeah.
it's lovely. So it's absolutely
Yeah.
lovely. So but yeah, it just reminded me of some of these stories that these underground portals or these underground whatever they are that the animals are now going into,
They're going to get the
it's,
dragon's
that they're
rebirth
safe.
return.
But what I'm getting, feel it, that they're safe now. They weren't safe before, they now are. So
You're talking about the animals?
yeah, because the
Well,
animals wouldn't,
they know that mama's back online.
yeah, because they wouldn't have gone down in them
They're
before.
under mama's bosom. They're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's a really good sign. You know, I talk about positivity this week a bit, but it's a positive sign. So there's, oh my God, the animals are walking away, and oh my God, we're gonna all, all this. No, it's a good sign. It
It's a
means
very
that
good
the
sign.
passages are clean of this dark energy. It means that the animals are coming back online, reconnecting. Gaia's coming online, and it's all coming up. But the dragon energy, the frequency, the things that were tangible once are now becoming tangible again. What a
Yeah.
time. What a time, you know?
It's a great time, and usually when we see changes that are unusual, we're usually used to, because of the powers that be, to think that it's apocalyptic, right? Send new me, this, that, earthquake, like end times. Perhaps these like changes are because we've been living in something wrong, and actually something is shifting. What was hijacked is being brought back online. So it's a re-hijack.
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
You know,
And it feels, I feel very relaxed and chilled out about it. I have
I
no,
feel so relaxed.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So again, and again, Femi, trust your gut. How do you truly feel about it? Think
Yes.
about it. You know, upstairs for thinking, but sometimes upstairs for thinking can lead you down the wrong path. And it's
But it
part,
always does.
yeah. So it's not only thinking, but feeling. And what do you feel? How's your gut telling you? Your solar plex, your heart. Meditate on it, think about it, analyze it in the positive. Look for the positive always, and the positive will show itself, and you'll see the love and the beauty of things that sometimes don't make sense and won't make sense necessarily, and suddenly they do.
Well, yes, because in the end, we have three brains. We all think like the human anatomy and what's in the skull. But this is a brain, the
Yeah,
heart, and the tummy is a brain. That's the one that all those animals leaving Yellowstone are following.
yeah, yeah, totally, totally. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Now, now you've mentioned the number 13.
Oh, yes.
And you've talked about the 13 womb gates and the 13 dragon.
Yes,
Now you've mentioned to me something about 13 dragon priestesses.
I
Now,
did.
now, what do you mean by 13 dragon priestesses? And are those 13 dragon priestesses connected to, because I know from my research, I've not done a lot of research on it, that there's a skull, a crystal skull, which is part of, I think, 13 called, is it Max or
Max.
something? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So is there a connection? Because
there
13
is a
coming up,
connection.
because I'm feeling
There is
fresh
a
the
connect.
goose. I'm
There is
feeling
a
fresh the goose, but I
connection.
don't understand what it is. So
Well, I
please,
did not understand it either, Gary, because as I was like surfing into the Astros, like okay, I get the whole 13. We had 12 months. We were supposed to have 13. So I get that. Like the tortoise shell, right? So I think it's almost 28 days, 13 months, and one off day to recalibrate. That's why the turtle is so like significant to Lemuria, which is divine feminine. So there's a lot here with that number 13. But as I kept going, 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 and I saw that okay, so again, she would have been like what we call in science the Big Bang, okay? So it's the awaken up into existence, she. And then she dreamt Gaia into existence. And with that came with Gaia some, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but they would be like key lines. Not okay, so look at it like Gaia, like planet Earth, and that should have all these planets spinning around her in science. That's not what I saw. I saw more that they'd be like anchor lines, like divine blueprints, with her being born within a holographic simulation being made like touchable, or
yeah,
like
yeah. So so what it kind of is like a toroidal field of consciousness, an energy field that's been birthed by she. She's created an
yes.
energy source that's touchable and tangible.
And that was born tangible at the same time as Gaia was born. Because how I saw is that she dreamt Gaia into existence. And then the 13 womb portals, aka dragon priestesses, came in at the same time. And I got their names. Would you like to hear them?
Oh, yes, please.
All right. So what I got is that each priestess, high priestess, carried one lunar code, one gate. These are not just phases of the moon, because, the moon is questionable. They are portals of becoming. Each gate will govern one, creation, two, seed, as in seeding, three, blood, four, death, five, grief, six, protection, seven, flame, eight, breath, nine, silence, 10, water, 11, dream, 12, midwifing, 13, crowning, returning the mother. So going all back full circle to the beginning, Yellowstone right now, she is 12, 13. Midwifing, crowning, the return of the mother dragon.
I just had a download and I had to write it down because I was going to
Oh, I
forget it.
love when you have downloads.
Yeah,
Yes,
I had to write it down. So I
Home
wasn't
Alone.
I,
Yeah.
I wasn't being rude, Femi, but sometimes when you get something come in your head, if you don't write it down straight away, it goes, doesn't it, Richard?
Well, yes, of course, as you should write down. Please
So
share.
so if you can get your pendulum on this, because I think this is
Yes,
quite an
of course.
interesting one. Okay. The moon has 13 cycles. We know that.
Yes.
There were 13 dragons.
Yes.
Does the moon have 13 cycles so it can mask the dragon energy and affect the dragon energy by being the 13 cycles, like a filtration system of the beauty of the dragon energy?
Yes. You just decoded that. Yeah. There's something there. Is there any way we are wrong, heartbeat? Because this crystal is called heartbeat. It's not Aurelien. No, we're not wrong. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
So,
Yeah.
so the reason why the moon has 13 cycles, and also I don't believe that women had 13 cycles back in the day. I think women were had control on their bodies more so. And
They
I think
did.
when the moon came in, it locked women into a 13 cycle system because it took the power of the dragon, of the divine feminine, away from the women who, and that was part of the kind of side effect of the moon coming in. Am I correct in that as well?
You are, but I know there's more to this story. So everything you're saying is a yes. But there's something. Did we have a different moon at one point?
Well,
Because the moon that is brought in, I feel that this is where I get screwed up on.
we had different luminaries. So Venus or Saturn or whatever would have been called moons back in the day.
Ah, that's where. Okay, that makes sense
So
now.
so
Because I don't like this moon with Darth Vader living in it.
no, no, no.
No. Okay.
And also it was very likely we were under something called a vapor canopy. And the vapor canopy would have meant at night time it would have been brighter than the daytime because there's a cloud of ash and water.
And that's coming back.
It will
This is why
eventually.
Honey Golden sees that her days are going to be brighter, longer, and darker, shorter. I, canopy.
Vapor canopy.
Oh, wow. Okay, we can talk we'll talk
Yeah, yeah,
later.
yeah, 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 yeah. But this vapor canopy would have meant during the daytime the sun would not have been able to be seen, but the brightness of the sun would have created a very strange kind of, think of Journey to the Center of the Earth. It was a
Yes.
very strange purpley kind of light, wasn't there?
I don't remember the movie, no.
Yeah, but some of the Femi will, and it was like the sky above them was a purpley kind of color, very strange.
Like a Rebella.
But what would have happened? The sun rays would have bounced off it, wouldn't have been able to penetrate and gone out, and it would have filtrated a lot of the sun's energy, and so you would have only got a limited amount of light coming through that would have been
Okay.
filtered through, and that would have enhanced plant growth. Lizards and animals would have grown massive, which is
Yes, they
why,
would have.
which is where we get
Dinosaurs. Yeah.
dinosaurs. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, 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 yeah.
Ah.
But what would have been at night time, because the sun wasn't shining on the cloud at night time, the vapor canopy would have seemed clearer, and the moon, or luminaries, the planets, which are not, they're just luminaries, wandering stars as such, they're not, they're energies. These energies would have shone like suns, and
Uh-huh.
certain systems, star systems, would have been really bright. So that's why the Pleiades are so much in our mind, because the seven stars of the Pleiades, or the seven sisters, would have been very bright back then. Different time. Orion and Orion's belt would have been super bright.
And now I'm being brought to Iron Maiden's seventh sign of the seventh sun. Uh,
Yeah, well, the seventh son of the seventh son, or seventh sign of the seventh son, it relates to something that was hijacked by the dumb elites, and that man was called Jimmy Savile because he was the seventh son.
I hate that word so much.
But I'm getting flesh of the goose because unfortunately I am correct. So he was the seventh son of the seventh son under royal bloodline lineage, and that's why, because he
Okay,
was.
now I need to go listen to Iron Maiden because I love Iron Maiden before that album, but I remember the title and what you said. My higher self said, "Speak it," so I did. Now
Yeah,
I got to actually listen to the lyrics
I've
by Bruce
yeah,
Dickinson singing that
yeah.
because
I've
you're
never heard the
saying
song,
the worst word I ever heard. I'm not even gonna say it. Uh, Sal bitch.
but the
Yeah,
thing is,
that.
the song could have been very likely a warning about what it was.
Well, yes. Okay, I'm gonna have to go like listen
Yeah,
because I got that Iron Maiden. Because you know Bruce Dickinson. Well, maybe you don't know this, Gary, but a lot of because you are Gen X or baby boomers, Bruce Dickinson can pilot like a plane. Like he's a pilot and he's got not Air Force One, but Air Force Ed, as in his mascot Eddie, right? And I got that they were helping secretly to rescue during like little ones
yeah.
at certain places, is what I got.
But I get the feeling straight away that the song was a warning. Was a
Yeah, I think
what?
it's a warning. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
just
think
didn't even know what I was talking about because you said so. Yeah, it was a
yeah,
warning.
it's a
Yeah,
warning.
that's what it
Yeah, yeah.
was.
Because what it is that's the only way that you
Because
can
they
get
are
the
British also, them Iron Maiden.
and so
Yeah.
they it's the only way they can get the information out in a way that they could do it via song to show and express what was really going on.
Truth in disclosure. We think it's fiction all the time. Blade Runner. Huh. Cat people.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's really fascinating that the moon has got 13 cycles because it had to
it does.
overshadow the 13 dragons and their energy. But when the moon came in, it then created the 13 cycles of the feminine. But also, we have the Vatican,
Well, that's like the priesthood that came in and created 12 months.
correct, and they created 12 to throw the female off.
Yes.
To
Burn her to the stake. She's a witch.
well, it unbalances, doesn't it? You think if you're meant to have 13 spokes on the wheel and you take one away and you miss a little bit of the wood, as you go round every now and again you go donk and you go round and donk. If you
Yes.
and that's what it was. my analogies. But the whole reason for that was to create that donk effect, to cause problems, to imbalance the natural balance that had been unnaturally unbalanced by the moon coming in, which is not a good presence, you know.
It was the infiltration, it was the mimicry, because the mimicry, the artificial intelligence of it all, cannot birth.
Yes,
Okay, it could mimic, and therefore, by mimicking, it's going to copy, paste, and invert things. That's why we've been seeing everything like sacred, divine, masculine being feminized for so long. Okay,
yes.
look, I'm not saying I'm an alpha masculine. I agree. I have like a big connection between Gaia. So, am I androgynous? I don't know what I am, but I have long hair.
That's
But I'm connect. But I'm talking about the other one, like
yeah,
grabbing the alpha male, the cowboy, and then transgend. Like it's it's so obvious to the mind's eye
yeah.
what has been going on right now.
Well, now that you brought in the 8-8, I think it's a really good time to start talking about the 8-8 portal because we talk a lot about the divine feminine, and I actually feel very confident and very happy now
Mhm.
that the divine feminine is Gaia's rebirthed herself, Gaia's healing herself,
Yes.
and Gaia's online now, and that can't be stopped.
And she's
And
cleaning house, though. She's
yeah,
cleaning
she's
house.
cleaning house.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what we've got coming up, and oh my God, I'm getting flesh of the goose on
It's
this. Yeah, what what we're getting coming up with the 8-8 portal. So the 8-8 portal is August the 8th. We're feeling the energy coming up, building up now, and it will last until I think the 10th of August. So it's not just one day, it's like a build up and then the go down. Yeah. But what I'm getting, and Richard, could you do the cards on this? Because I would
yes, of
really like to
course. I
know on
love my
this
cards.
question because is the 8-8 portal now coming online because for the masculine, divine masculine, because the divine feminine is now needing protection for the next. Make sure there's a flip. Oh, lovely
Flip.
flip. Lovely flip. So are we seeing the 8-8 portal being the divine masculine this year now coming in as men being rebooted and started to get their, as you would say, FU boots on because the divine feminine is now ready to create that harmonious joining and for something more to happen.
Yes. All right. So let me go through everything that I've. So, with your question, at first, the whole question comes the room in the past, the fear of the unknown. Exaggerated stress, sleepless night, thoughts, thought patterns, listening to it. And then you're talking about divine masculine. There he is as the king of wands, about secrets unbeknownst to most, with the four of swords, which is while you're thinking, these are the secrets that we are stressing about, but the divine masculine on a 8 is coming online. For the now present, we are moving away all masculine, divine masculines, away from things that no longer serves us and to the heartbeat. Ba-bum, ba-bum. We got a collaboration here, okay? The three of pineapples. We're recollaborating in order to have a judgment moment, a wake-up call. All divine masculine males. Your feminine, your mother, the one that is she, you would not exist. I wouldn't exist, Gary. You wouldn't exist
No, no.
without a she. We worship she. She comes, and now that she is over the trauma of being burnt, raped, I shouldn't say that word. Uh, you
Defiled.
okay,
Defiled.
all those words. Now she's back online. What happens is we get the, oh, I hear you, I hear you. Think about like sonar, dolphins in the water lines. Like, this is what's happening. We're getting it. Okay, so that's the heartbeat right now. Is it the heart? No, it comes next. The wake up call for the future. It's a new day, a new dawn with the page of wands, bright new futures. In a time of the fear of the unknown where we are blocked, so a bright new future of what has crossed our path, separated divine feminine with divine masculine, keeping us blind to what was in the waters, which was the mimicry, that had created a division between all of us, the two sexes. Five of pineapples is outside of abundance. I'm not done. But what I do see here under deck is the sun being the most positive card of the tarot deck. I'm going to keep it there. But let me get a few more for my clarifyings, and then, beautiful family, I'm going to go for my golden. All right, so next in line, we do have in a time where there's outer conflict between divine feminine, masculine, heartbeat. Look, journey has come to reincarnation, the fool, a new beginning. That's rebirth, babies. And then we have emotional states will slowly get reinstalled. So it's a big fat yes, I do want my goldens. The sun was a very important peekaboo, like from underneath my gargar. So, higher self, oversoul, and inner flame, tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know in my golden beauties for our golden beauties. See, I didn't scream too loud.
No, no, you're getting it. You're learning.
I'm learning, because okay, well, these three wanted out. So I had a magician. So as above, so below, we're tapping with magic. Then I got about the Garden of Eden, the lovers. Then I got God here in place. And then I got judgment against for the second appearance. It's magic.
So
Did you see those cards? I wasn't looking at the camera.
yeah, a bit
They
higher
might have
next
been,
time.
yeah. Okay. So magician,
The lovers,
the lovers. God, well, creation,
creation.
stepping up, or the divine masculine stepping up to being the lover, the counterpart of divine feminine creator.
Yeah.
And then we have judgment, a wake up call. We've been in a coma. It's not our fault. We've been like MK mind control.
Yes, we have. We have.
You know?
So that's amazing. That confirms my thoughts that the 8-8 portal, I
Yay.
know, coming on, will bring the masculine in. Now,
Yeah.
the divine feminine's taken quite a while to heal because there's been so much trauma and it's been
There's been
going
a
on for
lot of
so long.
trauma. Yeah.
The divine masculine will not be very long at all. The divine masculine coming in line, it could be within a matter of weeks or months that
Yes.
they're going to come in, and it's going to be
Yeah.
that quick. And this is what the authorities are scared of because they can't stop what's coming. And I don't mean that in the Q movement
Well, you
wise.
got the male dragons back online going, what did you do to my feminine part?
Yes,
I spit fire.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so this is what we're talking about. We're talking about um, men almost getting a boost of testosterone from the universe to bring them back to the level where they should be and always were before they were also attacked and have been attacked by the dumb elites via what the sick games they've been playing. Because don't forget, we are symbiotic with male and female. It's a partnership, and
Yes.
if one is slightly off kilter, it will take the other off kilter as well, and
Yes.
it means that both are not vibrating at the right frequency. And when both don't vibrate at the right frequency, that allows a third party interloper to come in and cause
Creepy
trouble.
crawly. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So that's brilliant. That's thank you very much for that card reading. Bang
No,
on.
I love you. Of course, you're welcome. I loved it. I love doing cards all the time. Ask me.
Now something else that the Wizard of Oz told me.
I love her.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's awesome.
Male. That's male for
That's
all of
Mel,
you.
everybody.
Yeah.
We call her the
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz because she's often behind the curtain. Because I often have a curtain behind. I haven't today, but I often have a curtain behind.
I
And
did. Guys, she's so sexy, this woman. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's sitting there grinning away like a Cheshire cat now. Um, Something that the Wizard of Oz came up with
Yeah.
was we've just had a very big um, earthquake, undersea earthquake in an area of Russia or just off Russia.
Yeah.
That was 8.8 on the Richter scale.
Hmm.
8.8 during the 8.8 point.
Portal. Yeah.
The area of Russia where this happened is where Stranger Things, the program, is based upon, where we get the upside down creatures and stuff. Now, Richard, can you answer me another question with your pendulum or your seeing? Was that 8.8 seismic activity event to stop some of the big creepy crawlies?
Oh,
Because
I see where you're going. Okay. Yes, I get a yes
I do
because
as
there's
well. Yeah.
no way that the creepy crawlies have, and yeah, it's a big fat yes. I'm gonna do cards on that. I'll just pull three cards, Gar and beautiful fat. It's a big fat yes with wow, you're excited to be Heartbeat, huh? Because I've
Yeah.
always been using Aurelie lately, and she's like going, thank you, thank you. Okay, well, I love you, baby. You're so beautiful. Ah, yes, of course, you're to Lemurian codes. All right, so I got a big fat yes on this, and yeah, Gary. Oh, okay, that part's important. It was a generosity
Flip.
flip. The meek will inherit the earth. Okay, so that's off-world generosity coming in, and then I want two more. Okay, those two. All right. Oh no, there's more than two. All right. So in the time of conflict, where everything is very chaotic around them, where people feel abandoned on the outskirts of abundance, when people fear on the fear of the unknown, they don't know what's going on. Judgment is being called upon and awakening the dead. I know I need one more. Just one.
Just the
All right,
one.
it'll be this one. Yeah, we're holding the world in our hands in order to start in the 11 portal to have a new rebirth, a new earth, a new Gaia, a new restyled republic. Yay.
So the earthquake or the seismic activity that happened, that they were talking about tsunamis and bits and pieces. I don't know if that has been or
That's
not.
like the dragon mother coming back online, having a rebirth out of a coma, taking her first breath. She's back online, and that's why with the 8-8, the divine masculine is coming. You need to heal the mother. There's no way. I would love anyone to argue with me. How can divine masculine take the first step in rebalancing the simulation?
It can't.
I don't see it. I
No,
don't
no,
get it. Nope.
no.
They're all divine mothers. So that's what's happening. So yes, yes, yes.
So and timing is everything, because
But we're in it now.
we are in it because that
Yeah.
the we're in the 8.8 portal, and at the beginning of the 8.8 portal, the energy as it came in, we had an 8.8 seismic event that was in the area of some of these pretty nasty creatures that live underground, and they got wiped out. They got stopped big style.
But it's
And
cleansing, isn't it?
cleansing. Again, what
Yeah.
did you say before? We what do we do with parasites? We exterminate
We
them.
exterminate. We don't put a parasite on trial. No. Look, I don't look, like I think the way I do, a parasite, you don't waste money and time on a trial. You exterminate it.
And they were
What
big
is a
parasites.
parasite? It's a creepy crawly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gaia does not sponsor a creepy crawly. That is an infection. That is a parasite. That is a mimicry trying to kill her. Do
Yes.
you think she's gonna say, I'll give you just trial, baby? Go do your hair and come and use your best language. No,
Not after
exterminate.
thousands of years of enslavement.
Exterminate.
Yeah,
Hey, come
after
on now.
thousands of years of enslavement and
Uh,
shenanigans and skullduggery, it ain't happening. It's not, you know. We have to be realists. And it's not low vibrational frequency either, guys. This this is cosmic justice on a
it's a Queen
cosmic
of
level.
Swords.
Yeah,
It's judgment, justice, the Queen of Swords.
yeah, yeah,
I don't like what you've done. Off with your head.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So what we're seeing is a really, really good,
it's
positive,
very good.
very positive event. And there will be issues coming off that. We're not going to go into it on this show. We may in another, but you know, we're in it. The storm is here now, isn't it, Richard? As they would say, we're in the
Well, we've been
storm,
in the storm for a while now.
but it's really kicking in now, isn't it?
Well, we're getting to the finish line.
Yeah, we are. We
Like
are.
visually, with the one eye that counts, the inner eye.
Yeah,
Like we're able to feel it, see it.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, um, something else. Um, now we'll be talking about the 13, okay, and the moon going over and changing, but the moon still has 13 cycles. Now, for me, on the research I've done, the moon is a third party parasitical entity that
Mm,
mimics true nature. Um,
yes.
and I did do a video, I think it was last week or something, where I had another aha moment where the toroidal field of consciousness is actually the lotus of life, which is the crystalline code, which is exactly the
Mm.
same as the interference pattern. Oh, I got suddenly got light again.
Yeah.
Um, which is the interference pattern of um, it's the interference pattern of the double slit experiment. Now, I've been expressing this sometimes in a very scientific way to try and help people understand that what we're talking about can be shown scientifically as well as in the woo side of things. You know, some people need to see something in numbers or figures or a scientific thing, and others
Yes.
are quite happy with a pendulum and the tarot cards. You know, we're talking about exactly the same thing. We're talking about sacred geometry not being sacred geometry at all and being part of the control mechanism. The Fibonacci, the fib of no chi that sucks our chi energy off us, is the moon is the parasitical energy that we're talking about here. And I've done a quite a good video on it because I've worked out how toroidal fields look and what they do and how they are true creational she energy. This is the she energy, it's the toroidal field. We have toroidal fields inside us that connect to the toroidal fields of nature, of trees, of birds, cats, dogs, even a blade of grass has a toroidal field. And that connects to the greater toroidal field of the consciousness of the spark that created this via Gaia coming in and her toroidal field, which we live inside. I hope they haven't lost too many people with that one, but but it's an interesting concept and one that really is quite fascinating. And once you understand the kind of conceptual nature of our reality, you can really start to then see how it's been played with. Now, the moon has 13 cycles.
Mhm.
What's 1 plus 3, Richard?
Well, that's
And what's a cube?
four corners. And what does that cube do, Gary?
It enslaves us within the black
It
cube cult.
boxes you in. You're boxed in.
The black cube of Saturn
Yeah.
or Satan is fundamentally what we're talking about. Okay. And I know that sounds a bit heavy, but that cube's been broken. That cube is about to have its moment of being shattered and it's going to lose its shape. And when it loses its shape and Gaia really comes online,
Well,
And
she's already online right now.
but
She's cleaning house. Look at Yellowstone, the
yeah, yeah,
rumbling.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when she really comes online in tandem with the divine masculine that's going to be online and vibrating at the correct frequency, the two of wands, we're then going to see something that's not been seen for a very long time. I this is this is no offense to Honey or Richard or anybody else that sees this. When Honey and Richard are saying it's the golden era, it's the golden era, for me, I knew they were right. I just couldn't see the pathway to
Mm.
the golden era and to the 5D and how we got out of here. I always knew we were
Mm.
going to, I just couldn't work it out how.
It's because you could already land into it with your frequency. It's not a place. It's not a country. It's not like it's a frequency.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what it
yeah,
is.
yeah. But sometimes we need to have that yellow brick road or that path of the Wizard of Oz. We follow the yellow brick road and we
Yeah.
like to see a road and we like to see the pathway laid out in front of us to give us the
Mhm.
confidence to take that next step.
Yes.
Richard, Honey, myself, and many, many other amazing people have taken that leap of faith as a step, which is not an easy thing to do. What I'm now seeing with this coming online is a pathway which I can see very clearly in my mind's eye,
Mm.
which will be walked with the two divine masculine and divine feminine hand in hand to kick ass on the demonics.
The yin yang is the remerging is what it is. Because they're the ones who separated us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And what is they? The mimicry, because they're not sentient, they can copy. That's what you call AI. It's not intelligence.
no,
I for okay, there's intelligence, there's AI. That's the mimicry. Okay. It wants to control, it wants to invert, it wants to like dominate. But intelligence, that's birth. That's what I call she.
yeah,
Because we're in a holographic simulation.
yes, we are. Yeah,
So it has to be a form of intelligence. But then that shadowed, like corrupted infiltration, the mimicry, the inversion of the numbers,
yes,
of the sigils, of numerology, of like everything that has sacred geometry, of man, woman separating us. I mean, there was a big time where feminism, the original grassroots movement, had purpose. Don't talk to me about feminism with Miley Cyrus or that stupid idiot Chelsea Handler. The hatred that thing has for men, making a joke of it, or let's go to Hollywood, the Kardashians. Does anyone really think that anyone is the same sex they call it? It's in. Come on
the
now.
inversion, isn't
That's,
it?
hey, but we're awakening, you know?
Yeah, we are. And
And
again,
that's the 8-8, divine masculine coming online because the mother had to, it was hard on her. If mother did not come online, we'd be fucked.
yeah, we would totally, totally and utterly.
Okay. There's no healing for us if she did
No,
not wake
no,
up.
no.
But
And
now that we're awake, oh baby, we got your
yeah,
back.
yeah,
Come on, creepy crawlies. Try to hit my divine feminine. Oh, I'm not gonna take hormones to turn into a girl. No. Like I know I'm going outside of the box because I don't like a box.
yeah,
Four, I'm breaking the shackles.
yeah.
But that's what they did. They tried to like weaken because when we are strong, united, as in we were planned to, the yin and the yang, they can't control us
Because they also use the 13 a lot or the 1 and 3 a lot in films, don't they?
all
Um,
the time. Friday
Charlie's
the
Angels.
13th.
You talked to me about your beloved Charlie's Angels because you were
Yes,
talking.
I would love to.
Well, so you go down the Charlie's Angels route, and then we'll do a couple more examples.
Okay, so how about this as a plan? Do you mind babbling a bit more to our Femi and I'll go to the washroom,
No
get
problem.
another coffee, and then I'll come Charlie's Angels
That's
to
fine. That's
Olive.
fine.
Okay,
Well,
I'll be back.
I'll set it up for you by talking about a couple of other 13s, and then you can go into the Charlie's Angel bit because it
Don't
won't
forget
spoil it.
Friday the 13th.
I will. I
Okay.
will. So there we go. So as Richard alluded to them, Hollywood, which is holly, the wood of the holly was the original wand or spell. It's what the holy man would have held or holy woman would have held. And that's why they call it Hollywood, because it's about casting spells. And that's why actors are cast to do the script, and the script is the spell of the language that's then portrayed onto the screen via the tell lies in vision or via the film. So Hollywood have used numbers and numerology and certainly the 13 for a long time. Now, we see 13 in a lot of films. Obviously, Richard said Friday the 13th. It's a horror film. It's about sleep. It's about causing distress in your sleep and trying to box you in your sleep so that you don't dream big. Very nefarious. There's something called 13 Assassins, a film, and obviously 13. It's 1 and 3, which is 4, which is a box, which is causing fear of your life and the shortening of it. Ocean's 13. It's about robbing and taking from the cube within the system, but it's showing you criminalization and it's not showing you how to break free of the mind to get the same or similar results. Now, the one I really want to talk about is Apollo 13. Now, I know it's a film, but it's also a fake space production via Stanley Kubrick and Walt Disney, and it's part of their spell upon us because Apollo is really not a good person at all. And it's very interesting that Apollo is also connected to the pharmaceutical industry. Apollo fires poison arrows. We have a 10 dart finish. And he was the first horseman of the apocalypse, which was Apollo Pharmakia. And so Apollo 13 is about the conceptual nature of going to a space. It's the 13, it's the black cube of Apollo's control of the black cube and your mind taking you to something that's a complete fantasy, but they can then change your perception of where you live, how you live, and what you live on. And so Apollo 13 was a very big spell.
Hmm. Well, all of those movies, Gary, right, and Femi, they were all a big spell, right? And what I did get is that coming back full circle to Charlie's Angels, because, as well, look in my background, I'm like fixated on Farrah Fawcett. I got to learn about who Farrah Fawcett was, like my Bloody Valentine when I was very young. And then I saw Charlie's Angels on my mom and my dad's TV, and I said, "Oh my God, that's a woman! Like, that's who I have to marry." And ever since then, like, no other woman has like ever risen to her. Like, oh my God, if I meet her like Susie or her replica, even if she was a bitch, I'd probably marry her because of that fixation. I hope not, but I was so obsessed with Pharaoh. And then when I saw like Yellowstone and the dragon mother like rising with her magma, like coming, shaking the key line, so earthquakes and everything. And then I saw like she that came in with creating the 13 womb portals that are dragon mothers around a birthing Gaia into existence, into the material, tangible world. This is what I got, right? Like I got the number 13. And then I was asking, okay, I see Max the crystal skull here. So Max is the crystal skull, as many of you would know, but he's got 12 disciples around him. So now I'm going like, why is it that she is at the center and she's got 13? Okay, I got. We had to have 13 months usually, and then one was suppressed, right, in order to put us in a box, contain us within the box with the patriarchal side that wanted to burn the sacred feminine to the stake. Okay, so we're going through this. And as I'm surfing in my meta, because that's what I do, guys, I can lose myself for what seems like hours because I'm questioning. I'm never satisfied with an answer. I get an answer and I need more, more, more. So I'm going with my own knowledge. So I'm going through my childhood memories, my memorabilia, Charlie's Angels, Three, Trinity. What's going on here, right? So then I was shown also like so there was Bosley that came in. I think we did talk about this, but it's gonna go back to like full circle after. So then we had like the guy who worked with the angels, which was Sabrina, Jill, and Kelly. So those were the original three angels. One was intelligent, motherly. That would have been Kate Kate Jackson. Then you had the sporty one, which was Farah Jill, and then you had the other one with Jacqueline Smith. She played Kelly. So she was the sexy, like alluring one. Although I think that Farah would have been more, but that's irrelevant. That's how the show was presented, I seem to recall. So we had three, and then we had a man there in that box creating the fourth corner, Bosley. So we liked him. He was always very humorous, but he worked for another man. That was the box, the AI. That's what we call the Luciferian thing that we do not see, that's never materialized into the flesh. The one that Gary doesn't like as AI. Okay? It's not intelligence, it's the AI. It's a mimicry, it's the infiltration. So we have three right there. And then we have the fourth one that equals to that. So in the 13, because I'm asking and I'm delving. So between like Max and his 12, and then we have like she with her 13. What is going on right here? Because I don't fully connect. And then she brought me even stronger into Hollywood, which is Disney movies, the whole Disney like industry. So we're going back into the 50s. And I was shown the movie Sleeping Beauty, like the cartoon. So I'm going, okay, so we're showing me this movie, and there were three good fairies. One was clumsy, one was kind. They were all in pastel colors. I don't really remember their names. But then there was Maleficent, okay, the one that was not good. So I ask and I dig and I surf and I go, and what the hell is going on? So what I was shown is that in the Grimm Tales originally, there were 12 fairies invited to the celebration or the marriage or the graduation. But there were 13 fairies, but they only had 12 golden plates. So they invited 12, but they ignored the 13. And the 13, as we know as Maleficent, would have showed up Like, why was I not invited and all that? But she's the one who is actually she. She is the she that was suppressed by that patriarchal indoctrination to remove birth and control life as we know it. Maleficent, like Medusa, is not the evil monster we think she is. She was categorized as evil because she is birthing. She was not invited because there was missing a gold plate. Give me a break right now. But then I'm asking higher self, right? Okay, so I get, okay, we're talking about Hollywood, Charlie's Angels 3, then we got Bosley and we got Charlie. I get the artificial intelligence, Luciferian simulation theory. But now with Sleep and Beauty, what's going on? So you're showing me that 12 were invited, one was ignored. But then there is that number, right? Because if you look at the original Walt Disney movie, there were only three good clumsy fairies and one Maleficent. So I'm going like, how does it work? With what I see in Yellowstone, what I see with she, the first creator of the Big Bang, and the 13 dragon mothers, portals of wombs, this equals like 14, all of that. Why am I now being shown that you're showing me this Charlie's Angels and Sleeping Beauty? Because there's only three fairies and one Maleficent. But then I do the calculation in numerology. 3 plus 1 equals 4. 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. So that's where the mimicry and the simulation of destroying birth came in. And then Max, the crystal skull, came in. 1 plus 12. Okay, because this is different. It's a different reasoning than what I get from she. There's missing one. And what I got is that Max was there at the beginning when she was hijacked, and he's keeping his frequency alert, awaken for her return. She's the missing number. Oh my
Superb.
God.
Superb. No,
Channeling
no,
out.
no, no, no.
Uh,
And I think, Femi, that gives that gives you an idea of the kind of craziness that Richard and I go through when we're doing our research. We spin round in corners, there's tangents, and we're seeing things, and we're thinking, what on earth does that mean? And then we look at it further, and then we'll get an aha moment, or we'll get a little knowing come in, and that'll take us somewhere else. And eventually we get this story and this whole come into us, so we can then understand it. And what Richard beautifully expressed was the kind of thing that we go through when we're trying to work out what's really going on. So that's
yes.
brilliant.
Yes. Can I give my mid video
You
invocation?
certainly can. You certainly can.
Because I had two invocations, beautiful Femi. One was for exactly what I just spoke about right now. And then we'll have an end one for the ending. So higher self made it very clear, Richard, you knew you need to do two invocations. And I want to say, how the hell do I do two? I can't just go at the end of video, like with me and Gary, and say part one, part two. No, no. Bring up Charlie's Angels and Sleeping Beauty was very important. They match hand in hand because there was something about Charlie's Angels that changed the world. And it super sexualized these women creation and a hand like a boss man Bosley chaperoning for AI. Uh. I
Couldn't make
mean,
it up.
like it was all like kablooey when I saw that. All right, so let me go get my invocation, the mid time, which is this one, I believe. Yes. All right, are you ready, Femi? Gary, Gargar, how is the Wizard of Oz? Is she ready?
Yes, she's ready. Yes. The leg came up.
All right. To the one they forgot, To the one they forgot, the 13th at the cradle, the fairy with no name, the dragon who was never invited, you who held the blood key, you who carried the gate of endings and very beginnings, you whose silence they feared because it was full of thunder. We see how they made you the curse of the story, the villain in the cartoon, the flame they couldn't tame. So they boxed it and gave it voice named Charlie. We remember now. You were not wrath. You were remembrance. You were not dark. You were deep. You were not evil. You were everything that couldn't be controlled. And now we open your gate. We call your name. Whatever it was before names, as in she. We break the box. We invite you back in. Come, 13th flame. Take your place in circle. Not behind, not below. Center, crown, core. You were never the curse. You were the waking up spell. Hey-ho!
While you were saying that, I got a little, again, another little like aha moment.
Uh-huh.
It was called Charlie's Angels, wasn't it? Charlie. Yeah.
Yes.
Charlie can be both a male and female name.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that name was deliberately chosen because it can be both.
It can be both. Now, I don't want to even go deep dive in
No,
whether
no,
Fair
no, no.
Fawcett was male or female. She
Yeah, yeah.
was female. Okay.
Yeah, no, no, no. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that Charlie's Angels is that's why the name was chosen by
Janice.
it's that duality of
Yeah.
it can be one or the other, which is the pansexual. It's the beginning of that pansexual push again into society that's happened so many times previously. Again, you know. So something that's so lovely and should have been so lovely and innocent always had an undertone to it, which was we're now just realizing, how these beautiful actresses and actors were used in a way to fulfill or show some kind of something that really,
Yes.
and isn't that a shame? Isn't it a shame that how can I put it? When you become aware of all the lovely childhood type memories and things and the adolescent stuff that we watched and we adored, that everything kind of had an undertone that we didn't even we were so innocent of and so
Uh,
unaware of,
mm.
and how bad is that? It's just really disrespectful, isn't it? Really, it's
Well,
just
I think it
horrid.
has a purpose because it is scary. Sorry to interrupt, but it's a awakening. Sometimes you need like a rude awakening.
You do, you do.
Okay, because We've been blinded. We've been MK mind controlled.
Oh yes, yeah, we have.
This is what's happening. But let me make it straight. Farrah Fawcett only lasted one season in Charlie's Angel, and she left and put Hollywood at her back because she dared confront the Aaron's failing industry and broke a contract.
Superb, superb.
Ah,
Somebody with integrity there for sure.
yes. So she's not only gorgeous, but she is that energy that I see in Lita Ford and a lot of women that have been like prosecuted, hunted for not following the rules.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, now something that I don't really know a lot about, and we've mentioned him today on the show, or the name already on the show, and it's certainly that I know Sonia from the Tree of Knowledge.
We
Um,
love her.
she actually went and saw, and I believe it was Max. She actually saw the skull,
Okay.
and she was so overwhelmed by the power
Mhm.
she couldn't go in the room, or she went in the room, came straight out again because she got over stimulated by the downloads from. Oh dear, you're on the wonk, darling. You're on the wonk.
No, it's okay. Like it's still move. Okay, show me no. See, like even like it doesn't matter if I got a knot or not.
See,
It still works.
I'm a bit
Yeah.
more anal. I don't know why
Yeah.
the mine has been knotting itself today
Yeah,
for
I'm
some
too
reason.
rock and roll. Like, yeah, I could like undo it, but whatever, it
Yeah,
still
yeah, yeah,
works. Whoops.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you talk about Max. Now, I don't really know a lot about Max other than it's a crystal skull. And Max appears to be the pivotal one of the other 12 because there's 13, isn't there?
Yes, but and I also got, I think I saw another 56 that are scattered as like backline energy codes that are smaller, like keynotes out of the 12.
Right,
It's not just max in the 12. I don't know. I think it's 56. I seem to remember. But they're smaller and it's as if like they keep the energy, like the current alive for his hookup. Yeah.
right. So again, is there anything else you can tell the Femi and myself actually about Max and the energies that you felt when you started looking into the crystal skulls? So I think everybody would be really interested on what your take is of that and what you found out because, like I say, I've never done much in research. I don't know any more than face value on the crystal skulls. I know they're not man-made. I know there's something beyond world and beyond what we can comprehend. But beyond that, I really know nothing, And so, Richard, please take the floor. And what do you know, or what did you see when you looked into Max? What energies did you feel? Please tell us, and the beautiful Femi.
Okay, so Max started coming to me, I think it's about a month ago, and it was very strong at the time. And I think I've mentioned it a few times that my next channeling video will be for Max. But then life came in the way, and then Max took a back seat somehow. That's how it happens when you channel, right? If you don't respond to the calls, like, all right, well, the time's passed. I'll just wait for the next one. So Max is a real energy. That crystal thing is that it's a memory. There's like a library of memory. And recently, like this morning specifically, was showing me that this is what it is. He was a witness to She and the missing Stargate. So Max is he is intelligent. He is a real life form. He's not like what we are. Um, those skulls were all. Yes, did you want to say
Can I ask
something?
you a question?
Yes.
Max being crystalline
Mm.
and this being Andorra crystal. I've just got flesh of the goose. I know the answer now, I think already, but was Max part of the original crystalline technology and city or culture of this realm before it fell,
So what are you talking about? You're talking about like Atlantis or
or probably pre-Atlantis. We
okay.
had a crystalline, because we have something called an Andorra crystal, and this is an Andorra
Right.
crystal, and it's found
Okay,
in two
which is
places.
gorgeous by the way. I
Yeah,
want one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it was actually Sonia who was given one as a present. And I was so impressed by it. I bought one for myself and the Wizard of Oz. And I wear mine all the time. And this is ancient glass fundamentally
Right,
that's
right.
been
Got
shaped,
it.
as in the crystalline. Is this connected to the time period when Max was around? Are the two of the same era?
Well, I'm getting a yes now, but I'm also getting another message because I don't feel that Max actually like walked this simulation. It's a very different with Max. It's like somehow those skulls were forged, melted, or created with off-world knowledge and intelligence. Okay, so I'm getting a bit like as you can see the freight train right now. So there's something, so yes, there's something there, but was Max ever a living being? I get no. Like it's not like walking like Gary in jeans or me. Like it's not that. Um
So Max
he's a
it
record,
Max is kind of like, you could say, a crystalline
he's a key.
energy memory of what was at that time.
And he's showing me right now I'm a key to a memory to unlock. I'm the last key. He's showing me 13 again.
Very interesting.
I'm unlocking. I'm unlocking. Am I? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's something he was someone who witnessed and kept silence and recorded time and space of what happened. And
I don't,
he's waiting for the number 13 to come in.
I don't wish to offend Max in any way, shape, or form,
Oh, you can't. He's above
but
your insults.
but
Yeah.
obviously this is just questions because I think,
Okay.
because obviously the Femi may be wanting to ask questions while we're here. So I'm just asking questions. Like, so I know now that Max wasn't a walking, talking person. Okay.
No,
Would
not here.
not
Yeah.
here. Yeah. So would Max be considered as part of a semi-organic computer or memory system? Now, when we've seen
Yes.
Star Trek, so when we've seen Star
It's
Trek,
crystalline though.
yeah, crystalline. When we've
Yeah.
seen Star Trek, they power their spacecraft by putting crystal inside it.
That's yes.
Would I'm getting flesh of the goose? Would Max, although he's in crystal skull shape, to annihilate or align him to the human psyche, would he be fundamentally like a library kind of thing that you could put him on something and you could then go through and get all the knowledge out of Max that you needed and use him like a computer almost, but as a organic crystalline being that would be able to give you the information.
Yes, and the answer for why the yes is because most of us, not all of us, but most of us here on this channel were actually like turning in the process of going crystalline. We are actually having crystal skulls. A crystal skulls is a receptor. Think about a modem or Wi-Fi connection. That's what's happening. And Gaio's back online and he's getting his 13. He witnessed it. And that's why we're going through the 8-8 sacred portal gate of the return of the sacred divine masculine.
Yeah.
It's all online. It's all, this is biblical, baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the thing is, this is all connected. Everything connects to everything else. It's just
Yes.
understanding those connections and putting those connections together. you know,
Yes.
and that's kind of what we're trying to do. And we do it from different angles. Richard does it from one angle, I'll do it from another angle, but we're still talking the same language or the same meaning. It's just that we go from it at different angles. So hopefully, those that can't quite understand myself and what I'm
Will
talking about,
understand me and vice versa. Yeah.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Farrah Fawcett, do you have any questions about Max's
Oh,
crystal skull?
Farrah, Farrah.
You're allowed to ask a question, darling. I got a.
She doesn't want to show her beautiful face. And
She
she's
doesn't.
gorgeous, guys. Oh my gosh, she's so sexy, you know?
You don't have to show your face, but would you like to ask a question? Is there anything about you? You're. I mean, like I'm a guy. Obviously, Richard is a guy. Is there anything from the feminine kind of thing that you would like to ask about Max while Max is here with us, and when you have an opportunity that we might be missing? Why is he here?
Well, he's here because he's bringing back a remembrance. He witnessed she who got corrupted. He kept the vault of memory for the rebirth, as in Yellowstone reawakening and her restored coming back online. He is the one who kept the memory of everything that happened, making sure that would never get corrupted. So he went silent, he was slumber upon Gaia's slumber, waiting for the day that the sacred dragon, she would come online with her 13 others and we reawaken. Because once she's awake, they are awake, we are awake. And Max is the one who kept all knowledge stored so that it never got lost.
Can I? I've just kind of got a little knowing, and I'm getting goose to the flesh. I don't know if I'm
Mhm.
correct on this one. Could Max have been known by another name in the past, and
Yes, of course.
would he be known as one of the Watchers?
Well, he is a watcher. Yeah, it's a yes. Of course, he's a watcher, but it's more than one of the watchers. Like he goes, like he precedes what I can like go back in time and time and space. Like Max is, he wasn't created here. He was forged.
Mm. But
You know.
what I'm getting at is we have the 200 Watchers that came in
Oh, I don't
about
know about the 200
no,
ones.
no, but we had the 200 Watchers that came in. They're called the Watchers,
Okay.
right?
So
Was Max
are you one of
involved?
them?
No,
Yes,
he is, right.
he's saying yes.
That's what I wondered. Was Max involved in the send? I'm getting goosebumps all over my body now. Was Max involved in sending the 200 Watchers into this realm to try and counteract the Janice energy as we now know it?
Well, he doesn't like Janice, that I can tell you.
Yeah.
And the answer is yes. He doesn't like Janice. Uh, he actually flipped his eyes, going like that bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
show me images matching my sense of humor. So
Yeah.
that would be my sense of humor. Like, oh, that bitch. Like, that's what he did.
So, so from my understanding of history, Max, you sent the 200 watchers in, or you advised the 200 watchers to come in
Mm.
because the moon had appeared, and the moon is Janus.
Did you send them in? Or did you participate in seeing them in? Apparently, it's a yes. Because I was going to a no and then I stopped it. Yeah. Did you participate at sending them in? See, it's going to a no again. So Gary is right. Okay, so see, like I'm getting more information. I really like Max.
So do I now.
Well, first I love the name, you know, and crystalline being. He's like a rock star. He's been patient. He's been dormant. He's been telling me, like, he does know what a sense of humor is, but he's been dormant for so long. Oh, he's actually happy at sense of humor. Wow. Okay, I never saw that coming. He's enjoying laughter. He's been so serious, so dormant, so sleepy, so protecting of the original blueprint and code. Ah, he's
So,
actually thanking us for humor.
so Max, did the moon energy that I call the Fibonacci energy, or Metatron's cube, or the flower of death, did that energy ultimately corrupt some of the watchers that came in from you? Were they corrupted by that energy?
Well, you know what that means, right?
No.
Hmm. So either you're asking the question wrong.
No, 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 no. This leads to something else. Did that energy corrupt the watcher's children?
Hold on, we're spinning, spinning. That's
So
not a yes, that's not a no. Ask better.
so entities like Enki, who had Janice as his personal advisor, is that how Janice came in to the physical and corrupted what we know as the Anunnaki later on
Yeah.
from the 200
That's gonna
Watchers?
go to a yes. I could feel it already going to a yes. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's a yes, but there's
There's more
missing.
to
So
it.
it's a circled yes.
Yeah, there's more to
So
it.
you're on the right track, buddy boy.
Did did some of the Anunnaki's children sell themselves out
That's a
for
no.
no,
Like you don't even have to finish. It's a direct no.
no. Is it because Janice offered them something that they felt that they couldn't get elsewhere?
So now I'm going reverse circle. It's inversion, inversion, inversion. It's a trap. It's a loop. It's a promise. It's a promise. It's a fucking lie.
Yes, they
It's a
got deceived.
lie. It's a lie. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a big fat trap. I promise you. Oh, damn. It's the
Yeah,
upside down.
yeah, yeah. So Max, did Enoch, one of the true watchers, did he what was it you that gave Enoch the the plans for the Great Pyramid to try and change something in here? No.
No. Like I was looking because it was going like side to
Yeah, yeah,
side,
yeah.
but there was like it's almost like there was a 35% angle trying to make a decision. Yeah,
What,
see, like right now.
yeah.
So maybe there's something to
Was
the
what
story.
was Max involved with the conception of the Great Pyramid of Giza in one way or another?
They were going back to that 35%. See, it's because no would be like
Yeah.
this is 35. So we're on no, but somehow I feel he got. Did you get trapped in something? Did you get trapped in witnessing? Did you get trapped like she got trapped? Yeah, it's a trapping.
Crap.
It's a trapping. I don't know what questions to ask. Oh, yeah, it's like, look, now
Yeah.
he's like full active. So it's a
So
trapping.
so ultimately
The mimicry.
was the Great Pyramid of Giza beneficial to mankind in the long term?
Yes. Like I know it's going to a yes right now. Yes. Because the awakening.
Because because I believe from my understanding of what's gone on with the insides and how the pyramid was done, they used sacred geometry against the inversion of the sacred geometry or the trap coming in. Is that what they
Right.
did? So the moon is phi and pi. It's a Fibonacci sequence. They put the Fibonacci sequence inside the pyramid, uploaded that into the holography to then create a problem for Janus himself that would create an engine. No?
No, it's going. You're not. There's missing
Yeah,
information. Because hold on, you're on the right track. It's going to go to a yes now. I can tell, but there's something. So it's like all the most rebooting, searching data, searching channels, thinking you're on the. He's on the right track, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Does he have all the information? I know it's going to go to a no.
no.
Let's see. Oh my God, you're close. So it's not a no, it's a circle. You're actually very close to it.
Yeah.
Like that feels like 96%.
So Max, I'm sorry if I'm losing some of the audience, but I've got an opportunity to talk to Max and I'm going to take it.
Max likes you, yeah, and he
Thank you,
has a
Max.
sense of humor.
So Max, when the capstone goes back onto the Great Pyramid, is that when the pyramid allows something to happen again inside the holography?
Yes. Yeah, it's like a yes.
And when the capstone goes,
And it feels like it already happened.
yeah, it has already happened, but we haven't seen
It's
it yet
yeah,
because of
that's right.
because of the
Yeah,
time
okay.
dilation
Okay.
of where we are. So the when we observe the capstone returning back onto the Great Pyramid of Giza, is that when the fifth dimensional portal is opened and allows the 5D people to leave this holography?
Feels close. We're still yes. Yes. I'm gonna take it as we're almost there actually. Yeah, it's a yes. There was something like moving
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. I know
yeah,
there's certain things I'm not going to say on YouTube,
like
but
what? Ah, ah,
oh
leave
my
me
God!
alone.
But I just wanted to know that what my downloads and what my seeings were related to what Max would confirm. So that's thank you very much, Max.
It's good, huh?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do you a few cards from Max's perspective?
Yes, please. That would be amazing. That would be
All
amazing.
right, Max, come on in online, stud. Let's compliment him, cowboy.
Oh, he's an
Max,
awesome
come on
dude.
in. Like, what do you have to say to Gary, the collective, to our whole sisterhood, our whole family right now? Okay, so he is definitely offline energy with the Six of Cups. And so he's coming from another dimension in order to bring abundance. Then what do we have? Yeah, it's like magic as above, so below with the magician. Then we have a new day, a new dawn, as in a start over with the page of wands. And then in the now moment, we're turning her back to something that no longer serves. And then, people right now are in the fear of the unknown. That's the heartbeat, exaggerated stress. What is going on right now? Then, next in line, what do we have? What do we have? I dropped one on the floor. I'll go get him from my hair after. All right, let's go on, Mr. Max. So you are off-world energy in order to bring generosity. As above, so below with the magician, tapping into the elementals, in order to bring a new journey, a new day, a new dawn. Okay, well, that's a little, okay, you want me to keep those two? Okay, so all those flipped out. We're going to keep these two. Okay, got it. Okay, so then what's flipped on the floor? Ah, there it is. Please hold. All right,
Flip.
flip the hair. So, okay, let's go over it once again. So, he is off-world energy. It is as above, so below, major arcana, in order to have a new day, a new dawn. Right now, we are turning our back to something that no longer serves in a time, heartbeat, bam, 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 where we're stressed, exaggerated stress, sleepless nights. But then we do have a collaboration coming in, something to celebrate at getting reunited emotionally in regards for the future of inner warring, inner conflict. And let's see what the two are. Created by the creepy crawlies, the Khazarian mafia. And we end with. Okay, we're ready. The King of Pentacles, the King of Pineapples, so that's the King of Finances. Clarifying secrets of the universe are going to be unleashed to humanity. There's your Janice, the two towers, my Gary. In regards to the heartbeats, that could be a Rothschild, secrets under the robe, under his dress. It's never a good sign. And then in a time where we're all blasé, bored, praying, meditating for an answer. So what we're going to get as the Golden Major Arcanas.
Thank you, Max. I like that a lot. Particularly the cup coming, the gift. We have a gift coming in from the side that we don't know yet.
Well, yes, of course. All right. So in the Golden, so we do have the Creator. Right, that's beautiful. And then at the heartbeat, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. Everything is going to flip flop in every one of our directions, those who are merging into 5D, because the demonoids are at the bottom and the angelics are at the top. And the last card is the
The
end of the
world.
world for the rebirth with Dolly Parton, because I gave her enhancement because YouTube did not like her boobs.
That's a brilliant. Thank you, Max, for
But
that reading.
yeah.
Thank you, Max.
So there is a battle here, right? And we're getting over it. He's talking about people are really stressed out and are meditating. Yeah, there's so much like worrying. But whenever I have, because that was the underdeck, the Five of Wands, Richard as a reader, when I have a set of fives, they neutralize. So what I'm seeing right now is what's neutralized: inner warring, war of information, confusement, with outer conflict that you cannot build, they get neutralized. Ah, and then we got again as the first card. Well, very similar. It's not the same one, but it's very similar in energy. The meek will inherit the earth.
A gift from
On
above.
world, off world, yeah.
Yeah, superb.
And it's gonna move fast. We're gonna get over the rainbow. A messenger is going to come in. We're going to recollaborate. It's going to be the end of something very, well, grueling, traumatic. It's a surrendering card. We're going to move out of troubled waters. We're going to hold the world in our hands in the 11 portal. And then we're going to create, in regards to secrets unbeknownst to most, judgment made, fear of the unknown, crashing tower, truth be disclosed. We get the higher ground. We cross the three portal, and then our emotion. It's all a strategy to go back to the Garden of Eden. There were originally secrets. The moon was created, and we were uncomfortable for a long time. And then we go to the 1111 double four portal graduations. There, where Gaia is birthing again, as in crowning.
Something else that just got
And the divine masculine is back online.
superb. Something
Yeah.
else I just got. The fact that they put four in is not only the box, they're trying to put spells for themselves to get out of here via the four of wands, the four portal. And that's why they put it in the four. That's why it's the 13 and the four, is because they're trapped in here and we're not, because we're now going to get out of here in the very near future. But the Janus energy and those dumb
But
elites,
they try to trap us in here to feed off us.
but we're
Yeah.
going to escape, but they're stuck in
Oh,
here.
we're yeah.
And so that's what the cube is. The cube is not only our enslavement, it's actually their enslavement. And when we turn that round and flip it on them, as in the inversion, they're the ones actually trapped in the cube, and we are only trapped in the mental cube. And as once we untrap our mentality, we can then get out, but they can't get out because they are the cube and they're screwed.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And the thing is it might have been intelligent, but it had no soul, no spark, right? So
It's not
we were
divine.
always meant to win. And you know what? The beauty in the horror story of this abduction is like a survival story. If we look at it from the beginning of time and like a being like martial law from so long ago, let's go like Atlantean times, even before and all that. This is a success story,
Yes, it is.
and this is why it's called the Great Awakening. This is why all of our, like
This is the
seer,
yellow brick road. This is the yellow brick road I
yeah,
was talking about earlier. The path is there. We can see.
yes.
I mean, not everybody, obviously, the Femi. A lot of you are going to be learning things from this show alone. But some of us that have been shown things, have done research, and we've been given little gifts of knowledge or knowings, the path is there. This is a success
Hmm.
story, and we're moving out of this. Yes, we're still going to have to break a couple of eggs to make that omelette before we can fully get out.
But
But
it's gonna be a great omelet, isn't it?
oh my God, it's going to be the best omelette in the world.
Like the best, like huge, massive, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's been amazing. And I think that's a really good place to stop the show. And perhaps you could finally do your final invocation
I
of
wanted,
the
I want to
night.
do, yeah.
And that would be amazing because I don't think we can top the max card pull in any way, shape, or form. I think,
I think that Max is showing me right now that he's willing to do a separate show, just on him. Because he's showing me, yeah, he's got more. He's grateful to have been giving a space. He's showing me a different space than when he was usually spoken about. He's got a lot to say. So maybe we can do another episode.
yeah,
So either on Pandoras or I can do it solo.
yeah,
Depends on how
channeling.
you
Yeah, yeah,
respond.
yeah.
But he's saying that he likes your questionings.
Thank you very
So
much, man.
I like Max. Like Max, he's a rock star. He's been dormant. Okay. So, Femi, would you like an Enso invocation
Oh,
to
yes,
the
please.
subject today? Let me put my eyes on and go find because I had so many memos for 2 weeks, but see, I get more intelligent. I put a heart on an invocation so I can zoom in right away, and which I am. All right. Yes. So this will be my beauty family, the invocation to the dragon, the return of the dragon mother by the breath of the sky and the bones of the stone, by the blood of the moon and the fires unknown. We call to she who was before the fall, before Eve, before Lilith, before names at all. Oh, dragon mother, she, a flame of fields, whose temples were thorn torn, whose power was sealed. We feel your heartbeat in gazers that cry, in animals leaving, in the thundering sky, beneath Yellowstone. You turn in, you sleep. Your magma, a womb. Your cavern runs deep. You are not death. You are becoming. And now, your daughters hear you drumming. Return, oh, she are the 13 gates of womb, of tide, of spiral fates. We open now your sacred scroll. Each moon a key, each blood a soul. First moon, creation. Second, the seed. Third, destruction and sacred need. Fourth, grief. Fifth, the roar. Sixth, the memory kept in the core. Seventh, the flame. Eighth, the drum. Ninth, the silence that must come. 10th, the water. 11th, the veil. 12th, the midwife with feet on the trail. 13, the crown. The dragon descending. This is the cycle. This is mending. Let the skies remember her wings. Let the earth remember her song. Let the dragons rise from caverns long and burn away what does not belong. We call you forth, not in fear, but in praise. We who remember the old golden days. We who bleed with reverence again. We who walk as priestess, as lion, as flame. Come, rise, speak, and fly. The womb is ready. The watchers are waking. The fire is clean. And the gates, oh baby, they are open. Hey ho!
Superb. Very nice.
Yeah.
What a way to finish a show. That was a cracker tonight, wasn't it? That was that channeling of Max was really special. So
Yeah.
thank you, Richard, and thank you, Max, and thank you, beautiful Femi. Please like, share, and subscribe to Richard, and please like, share, and subscribe to myself. Alternative Interactions. Obviously, it's Richard Cardinal. You know,
Well, they know who I am.
of course they do.
And remember, Femi, we love you so much. And again, full circle, thank you for all of, your love frequencies and healing, like my frequencies towards my mom. Because I found you, every single one of you. You are rock stars. You are high priestesses of Gaia's golden return. And I think that somewhere through what I was going through in my momentarily uh, short layered, like chaos, you came online and you've come online with that. So we're all soul family, and you are beautiful, and I love you, and I love you, my brother. Gar gar.
Love you too, Richard. Thank you very much. A cracking show. And
Yes,
we'll be back with you next week.
rock and roll. We
Bye,
love you back.
everyone. Mwah,
Ah.
mwah.